King Von's cousin Baylo and sister Kayla K did an interview with Mogul Media where they spoke on King Von and the situation that happened in Atlanta. They spoke on what they were doing leading up to getting the call that King Von was shot and in the hospital. Baylo said that he received a call from Kayla. He missed that call, so he called her back and she told him Louis got shot, Sutty got shot, and King Von got shot one time. Then he spoke to Vonnie, King Von's cousin, but it's more like close family thing, right? He spoke to Vonnie and Vonnie said to him, King Von is all good and stuff. He's in surgery. He got shot one time. Come to find out, he was shot 8 times in the hospital. Now, Kayla K said that the vibe was very, very weird when it comes to the gang and stuff. They were like downstairs talking about the situation and it's like everyone can hear them. But then at the same time, they were all trying to rush out to get out of Atlanta. They wasn't really like, you know, by King Von's mom's side or anything. They were just like in their own separate type area from what I'm understanding from this interview. And then they were talking about King Von and stuff and then they were all trying to rush to get out of Atlanta to go back to Chicago, arguing with people on the phone. Baylo said that he heard someone woke Von up and told him, give the O blockchain, the ops right there. Literally woke him up to go fight. And he spoke on King Von's manager saying about he wasn't in his right mind. And he said, well, obviously he wouldn't have been in his right mind because minutes before that, Von was sleeping in the car. Like Von was sleeping in the car. Also said that Von never did none of them stuff, any sort of drug or even smoke weed before he got out of prison. He wouldn't have been in his right mind because he was asleep. And then he was just partying at the other club, drinking, probably taking all this new style drugs that they be on in the industry. Von was sleeping in the car around people he trust. And then they woke him up and told them to go and get the up instead of them going and getting the up. Isn't that weird? Instead of them going and getting the up, they woke him up. That person, whoever that person is, they're gonna have to take it up with God what they did on that day, and they know why they did it. Baylo said they should have never let him get out of the car. It's crazy how everything's happening and then all of them trying to rush out of Atlanta and stuff and they all trying to rush and go back to Chicago and then they're all gossiping. Like it immediately just turned into a gossip and King Von's mother is upstairs hearing them all talking about it. And it's crazy how this misinformation of him getting shot one time, from the moment it happened, they started lying. Von was around people he trusted. He was sleeping around people he trusted and they woke him up and told him go fight instead of they go fight themselves because it wasn't their heads. These people woke him up and told him to go and fight Von though he's there. Von didn't know about this. All they should have been doing was protecting Von, not trying to get him to fight. Protecting the bag, protecting the brand, protecting Von, all the people that was around him. This situation is forever suspect in my eyes. They're all suspects in my eyes. He was sleeping around people he trusted and they woke him up and told them to go and fight, and then that situation happened with little Tim. It is too wet. It is forever suspect. J Hood. So I watched this video the other day that was taken down by Little Duck and them and Empire and them. This statement that he made when he said knowing someone who actually killed your cousin. Then I went back to the night and I watched the video, but I want to show you guys how I watched it and then tell you why I went back to the video that night and what I figured out.
If y'all don't know, Lil Durk and Lil Mister was actual cousins. Everybody from Chicago know that. That's a fact. I don't know nobody else that was Lil Durk's cousin that got killed. And he would have known the person that killed his cousin. Like, to know somebody actually killed your cousin.
That was the video. And before I give you my exact thoughts after watching this video, they're saying that, oh, none of the All Black guys mess with him and all this stuff. And if anything, he's repeated what you've already heard. And then I thought about it because it makes me think. It reminds me of Ochomona. Remember when they had Ochomona coming out and telling us all these stories, right? And Ochomona was telling all these stories. So it could be one of them ones. But this is what I thought when I saw this exact video. I went back and I watched the video because at that very moment watching J Hood's video, I felt like Little Tim might have been on cue. The sense of him being given directions and them telling him as soon as Van puts his hands on Quando, that's when he jumps out. So I started looking at how quick he jumped out. On camera, there's like a 7 seconds time difference. In life, it probably would have been quicker. There's like a 7 seconds time difference. Little Tim was in the back seat, and then I'm thinking it kind of looked like he was on cue. And then when he came out, he directly hit Van 8 times. And this is another thing as well, right? They were like, oh, the gang was coming out and all of it. If it was a situation where Van wasn't the target, he would have shot more than one people. But I also noticed something. The manager, we meet again. King Van's manager, we meet again. We saw all the lies he told in the activists, all the lies on everybody. We saw it. This is another thing, right? So I noticed in that video, and I'm thinking Little Tim might have shot the manager by accident. Now we know 100% they woke up Van and told him to go fight. Little Tim shot Van 8 times. They even said the police was there and all the stuff, right? And when you look at the two different situations that happened, the one with Slutty that happened, the police was there with Slutty, that bit right there, right? But then you can't really identify the police in the other video with Van. Then when you look at the manager, because I think the manager is trying to say like he probably got hit by the police or something, I think Little Tim mistakenly hit the manager because he fired so many times. If you guys look very carefully, the moment the manager turned and ran off, the way he lifted his foot and the angle to the gun, like you guys don't even understand the angle to the gun. Oh my God, you guys don't even understand. Look at this picture right here. Look at this picture right here. The angle from the gun, the manager's foot and all of it. Oh my days, Little Tim shot the manager by accident. The reason why I'm saying it was done by accident or in the process is because the manager came out and advocated for Little Tim and all the stuff. I was saying in interviews, he doesn't want them to get life. He doesn't want Little Tim to end up in prison. He doesn't want Little Tim to be in prison. He doesn't want him to get life or something. Remember when he said that, right, in this interview? Remember when he said that in one of the interviews? He said that Little Tim and them does not deserve life for what he did to King Van. So that's why I'm saying he was shot by accident by Little Tim, and they tried to put up this story. It was shooting from everywhere and stuff, and he tried to make it out like this zone, and the way he was telling the story and all of it was kind of crazy. Now when you look at the video, how many times he shot the gun and stuff, and even the angle, the manager was close to Van, and then when the manager turned to run, that's when he shot the manager in his foot. They've been lying from day one. They can't deal with the lies. I'm telling you guys, look at the video again. Little Tim the manager by accident. Stories was exaggerated. Baylo also spoke on a few things, shutting down a few rumors and stuff where they're saying about the bodies and all the stuff, and he's saying this is part of the music business. It is part of it. They over exaggerate stuff. They say certain things to get a fan base.